So good morning, you guys. You may be wondering, Andrew, where's the racing video from Friday night? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a little story to tell. We went to the track, had everything loaded, unloaded the car, unpacked everything, drew for our heat race. Bless you.
Thank you.
Catherine's here with me, by the way.
Hi.
Couldn't tell. And the back car off the trailer, flipped it around, and as I was flipping around, my clutch gave out again, and the car stalled out. I couldn't get in and out of gear again. And this time when we looked, we noticed that there was a lot of fluid coming out the bell housing, and we wiped it clean, and we put our hands on the bottom of it. We checked the bleeder screw. It wasn't the bleeder screw. It's the actual slave cylinder in there that's messed up. So we pretty much backed the car onto the trailer. We winched it on from where it was sitting, which is why it's backwards on the trailer. So we didn't even get to race. We didn't even make the driver's meeting. We pretty much loaded the car up and watched the race, since we did pay money to get in, and unfortunately didn't get to race. Thank you, Carolina Speedway, for refunding our transponder fee. That was very nice of them. So yeah, today we're going to try to get the transmission out of it. My goal is to keep the engine in it and just try to wrestle the transmission out. And if I end up having to take the engine out, well, at least the drive line's pretty much mostly disconnected. But I'm going to stop rambling because we're going to try to roll the car straight off into the shop here, get it up on jack stands, and get started. My goal is to try to be at Cherokee this Saturday. I hope. But anyway, we gotta get started. So the car is on jack stands. I'm gonna roll under here and check and make sure this is actually gonna work before I get too invested with it. I'm really trying to refrain from pulling the engine and transmission out together, but if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. So that's why we started early in the morning, and it's already getting humid. So we're gonna try to work as quick as we can.
Okay, so far we've got the drive shaft pulled, we took one of the fenders off, we took the hood off, we have disconnected the clutch lines, and right now we're getting ready to disconnect the transmission from the bell housing.
Yeah, I think this is going to work. I think, being a critical part of that statement, but it's not going to be easy, but it can keep us from having to pull everything, tear everything down and pull it out. It's really tight under there, so I'm going to pull the left side bolts on the transmission first. I'm going to get a jack under it and kind of support the transmission, and then we'll pull it out. We'll leave the bell housing on and everything, and try to slide it back, twist it, and then go down and pull it out. And that should do it.
Okay, so as you guys can see,
Things did not go as planned.
yeah, things didn't go as planned, so we tried to pull the transmission out without taking the motor out. That just didn't happen. It was getting a little sketchy. It wasn't coming out.
Well, we couldn't really get like leverage under there to like pull it out.
And something popped under there and made a nasty little noise.
Yeah, so we just said, you know what, we'll just pull everything.
So we have the engine out, transmission and bell housing have been taken off. It was the slave cylinder.
Yeah, it was leaking around.
So it was leaking.
Like right around in here and like around here.
So that's what was...
I thought it was maybe the fittings, but this is dry, or it's been dry. And you can actually see a little bit like where this stuff's been going. So my guess is it's leaking from here, and instead of like just tightening up and hoping it works, we're just going to put an all new setup on it and just run a whole new one instead of taking another risk and end up having to pull the engine back out again. So we're just going to put a new one on it, run the same lines, maybe even run different lines. I'm not even sure yet. I may just replace this whole assembly. That way we know for sure everything's good. But yeah, we got out, the engine out, separated, transmission separated about an hour, so.
That's record time.
We did pretty good. So yeah, we're just picking up now. that's how we're going to do today. As soon as we get this part in and get the stuff ready to go back in the car, we'll update you guys. I want to say a quick shout out to our Patreon supporters. Thank you all for your for what you do. I will leave a link to the video here, and if you want to check that video out, we'd appreciate your support. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I'm sorry we haven't got to really race at all, but hopefully once we get this fixed, we can get back to doing what we do. So thank you guys so much for watching the video, and as always, we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
See ya.